$100,000. This number will change your life forever. It's not an exaggeration. It's not an empty promise from an internet guru. It's pure mathematics. It's proven psychology. It is behavioral economics studied for decades. Milton Friedman dedicated his entire life to studying how wealth accumulates, how absolutely ordinary people become financially independent. Some escape the trap while most are trapped forever. And he discovered something that few truly understand. There is a turning point, a critical moment where everything changes, where the game stops being against you and starts playing in your favor. That point is the first $100,000 accumulated. I know what you're thinking right now. 100,000 seems impossible. It seems too far away. It seems like something rich. It seems out of touch with your reality. But it's not. It's exactly the opposite of what you imagine. 100,000 is what separates those who will be rich from those who will spend their entire lives working to pay the bills. It is the dividing line between financial slavery and the true beginning of freedom. Friedman understood this deeply because he studied thousands of cases. And today I'm going to show you why this specific number transforms absolutely everything in your financial life. The first reason is purely mathematical: compound interest. You've heard it thousands of times. Everyone talks about it, but few truly understand what it means in practice. Compound interest is completely useless without critical mass. If you have $1,000 invested earning 1% per month, you earn $10. 10 measly dollars. $10 won't even buy a decent lunch. They don't make any difference in your life. You don't even realize they exist. It's disheartening. It's frustrating. It seems useless. Now, if you have $100,000 invested, earning 1% per month, you earn $1,000. $1,000 a month without working a single hour. $1,000 that will be added to the principal automatically, which will yield another $1,000 the following month. A little more on the other, and a little more later. The snowball really starts to roll. You finally feel the money working. Finally see concrete results. Friedman explained that capital accumulation has an exponential, not linear, characteristic. At first, the curve is almost flat. You keep it, and it doesn't seem to move. It's disheartening. It's frustrating. It makes you question whether it's worth it. The overwhelming majority of people give up right here. But after a certain point, the curve skyrockets, accelerate violently. It goes up faster and faster without stopping. The first 100,000 is exactly that inflection point in the curve. Before him you are in the flat and painful part. After it you are in the part that climbs and is exciting. The second reason is psychological. And perhaps it is even more important than pure mathematics. 100,000 change your mind completely. Change how you think about money. Change how you think about yourself. Change your identity. Before 100,000, you think about constant survival. Think about reaching the end of the month without debt. Think about paying your rent on time. Think about not being in the red. It's a mentality of permanent scarcity. Chronic fear mentality. Mentality that keeps you stuck in an endless cycle. After the 100,000, you start thinking about real growth. In multiplication of assets. In investment opportunities. You look at investments completely differently. Look at risks more rationally. Look to the future with hope instead of fear. Friedman studied economic behavior extensively and knew that financial security fundamentally alters how the human brain processes decisions. You become more rational in your choices, less emotional in crises, less desperate in negotiations, and less desperate people make significantly better decisions. Better decisions generate more wealth. It's a powerful, virtuous cycle that starts at 100,000. The third reason is access to a different world. With little money, you are stuck in bad investments. Savings that were lost to inflation every month. CDB from a large bank that pays mixed amounts and still charges fees. Funds with abusive fees that eat your income before you see it. The entire financial system is designed to extract money from those who have little and benefit those who have a lot. It is deeply unfair. But it is the naked reality of the market. With 100,000 doors open that you didn't even know existed. Better funds that require high minimum investment. Real financial advice from competent professionals. Access to investments that were previously completely impossible. Business opportunities that require initial capital. Societies, franchises, alternative investments. Friedman deeply understood that markets are stratified by capital, that money attracts more money naturally, that better opportunities require minimal capital to enter. The first 100,000 are the I enter a game completely different from what you're used to. The fourth reason is protection against the unpredictable. Life happens to everyone. The car broke down at the worst moment. You lose your job without warning. Someone in the family becomes seriously ill. Emergencies appear without warning and without asking for permission. And emergencies financially destroy those who do not have solid reserves. Without a reserve, you finance car repairs at absurd interest rates, pay 3 times the amount. It stays poorer for years. Without reservation, you accept the first job that comes your way when you are fired, even if you pay much less, even if it's significantly worse. Because you need to pay the bill at the end of the month, there's no choice. With 100,000 in reserve, emergencies are temporary inconveniences, not permanent catastrophes. You solve the problem and move on as normal. No accumulated debt, no paralyzing despair, without destroying entire years of financial progress. Friedman constantly emphasizes that reserves are the absolute foundation of personal economic stability. Without a solid foundation, any wind knocks you down. With foundation, you can weather the storm and come out the other side in one piece. The fifth reason is the speed of accumulation. This is the most important secret that no one tells you. The first 100,000 are by far the hardest to scrape together. It may take 10 years of constant sacrifice. But the second 100,000 comes in 5 years. The third in 3 years. The rooms in just 2 years. After a certain point, you are making 100,000 a year easily. Then 100,000 per semester. The curve accelerates more and more without stopping. Why does this happen mathematically? Because in the beginning, it's just your job generating money. Just your physical and mental effort. Just your daily sweat. But after the 100,000, your money starts working with you. 2 generating wealth instead of just 1. And as capital grows, its contribution grows proportionally as well, until eventually your money generates more wealth than your own work. Friedman called this the fundamental transition from active income to passive income. And this transformative transition begins exactly at 100,000. The sixth reason is real bargaining power. Money saved gives you concrete options. Options give you true power. Power completely changes how the world treats you. Does your boss constantly mistreat you? You can resign without fear. Does your current job not pay well enough? You can wait for a better opportunity to appear. Do you want to finally start your own business? You have the initial capital for this. Do you want to study something completely new? You have reserves to support yourself during the transition. Do you want to change cities or countries? You have the resources to make this happen. Without money saved, you are a permanent hostage to circumstances. Accept whatever comes without question. Swallow the frog daily. Endure humiliation in silence. Because you simply have no choice. Friedman said that economic freedom is the fundamental basis of all other human freedoms. Without it, you are a slave disguised as a free person. The first 100,000 are the concrete beginning of this true freedom. The seventh reason is disciplined development. To earn 100,000, you need to develop powerful habits. You need to learn to consistently spend less than you earn each month. It needs to resist constant impulses for immediate consumption. You need to think about the long term when absolutely everyone around you only thinks about the now. These skills and characteristics are worth much more than the $100,000 themselves, because whoever learns how to save 100,000 knows exactly how to save 1,000,000 later. The process teaches valuable lessons. The journey transforms who you are. You come out a completely different person on the other side. Friedman valued these economic virtues above almost everything else: consistent savings, iron discipline, long-term vision, deferred gratification. These are the characteristics that generate wealth in any circumstance you face, in any economy, in any country, at any time in history. The first 100,000 force you to develop all of them simultaneously. The eighth reason is time control. Time is the most precious resource in human life. More valuable than money, more valuable than any material good. And 100,000 buys time back. They buy the real possibility of working fewer hours if you want. Taking a sabbatical to rest or travel, to care for a sick family member without constant financial despair, waiting for the right professional opportunity instead of desperately accepting the first one that comes along. Say no to projects that don't make sense for your life. Friedman deeply understood that financial freedom is fundamentally about control of one's time. While you're completely dependent on your next paycheck to survive, your time belongs to someone else, the person. Your boss controls your mornings, your afternoons, and your nights. You sell your life in exchange for money that barely covers the bills. The first 100,000 starts to give that precious control back to you. They begin to give you power over your own existence. Now the question that really matters: how to get there. There is no magic. There is no secret shortcut. There is a proven method. There are principles that work for anyone. Friedman believed in simple strategies applied with brutal, unwavering consistency over time. First, actively increase your income. It seems too obvious, but most people completely ignore it. Focus on cutting out the $2 coffee while earning little. Cutting expenses has a clear limit. Increasing income has no limit. Invest in skills that the market really values and pays well. Aggressively pursue promotion. Change jobs if necessary to earn more. Create extra income on weekends. Each increase in income dramatically accelerates your arrival at 100,000. Second, automate your investments before you see the money in the account. On the exact day that the salary falls, an automatic transfer to investment takes place. You can't spend what you don't see in your current account. Don't depend on willpower because it always fails. Automatic systems work perfectly. Set it up correctly once and let automation do the work for you every month. Third, live one step below your standard. There are not 2 steps, not 3, just 1. If you can pay 3,000 rent, pay 2,500. If you can buy a car for 80, buy for 60. Small monthly difference. Big impact over time. Sustainable sacrifice rather than deprivation that leads to giving up. Fourth, eliminate expensive debt first. Credit card, special check, personal credit. Anything with high interest. It doesn't make sense to invest earning 10% while paying 20% in interest. Basic mathematics. Clean the house before building. Fifth, invest in yourself. Courses, books, skills, every real invested in education that increases your income returns multiplied by years. A 2,000 course that allows you to earn 500 more per month pays for itself in 4 months and continues to pay off forever. Sixth, track obsessively. What gets measured improves. Know exactly how much you have. How much do you earn? How much do you spend? How much you invest? How much is left for the 100,000? Spreadsheet? Application? Journal? The method doesn't matter. The discipline of following is important. Seventh, surround yourself with the right people. Behavior is contagious. If your friends spend everything, you tend to spend. If your friends invest and talk about building wealth, you tend to invest. The environment matters more than we realize. Eighth, celebrate milestones without sabotaging them. Did it come in 25,000? Recognize. Did you reach 50? Celebrate in a way that doesn't destroy progress. Motivation needs to be fueled over long journeys. But celebration doesn't mean spending what you've accumulated. The truth that Friedman taught his entire life is that wealth is built by absolutely ordinary people who make unusual choices consistently for years. It's not about winning the lottery. It's not about receiving an inheritance from a rich relative. It's not about being lucky in the market. It's about small daily decisions accumulated over years and decades. The first 100,000 is concrete proof that you can do it. They are the real demonstration that it is possible for someone like you. They are the solid foundation on which the rest of your wealth will be built. And most importantly, they are the exact point where the game completely changes in your favor. Does your money work for you today, or do you work for it? If the honest answer is the second option, you haven't reached the 100,000 yet. And every day that passes without starting is a day lost forever. A day that could be counting in your favor in the extraordinary power of compound interest. Friedman would say the best time to start was 10 years ago. The second best time is now, not tomorrow, not on Monday, not next month, now, today, right now. Because time will pass anyway, regardless of your decision. And 5 years from now, you could have 100,000 working for you day and night. Or it could be exactly where it is today, wishing you had started when you had the chance. The first 100,000 are waiting for you. The question remains, are you going to get them, or are you going to keep putting it off?